Vaccine Authority. And tonight, with the rollout ramping up nationwide, President Biden says he now expects to have vaccine doses for every American adult by May. That is 2 months earlier than expected. It all comes as Johnson & Johnson teams up with drug maker Merck, a deal that could dramatically increase the vaccine supply. Joining me now is Quinnipiac Biomedical Sciences Professor Jeffrey Mital. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
So first things first, is this timeline accurate? Is it realistic?
I mean, I think right now there's no reason not to believe it. You're taking a company like Johnson & Johnson, who has a safe and effective vaccine, and they're teaming up with Merck, who has a history of producing vaccines. And you're looking at 2 facilities that are going to ramp up production. So I think making the vaccines is definitely feasible.
Now, this new Merck Johnson & Johnson deal was just announced by the president, but obviously the reality is it's going to take some time for things to get going with it. So could it really have that much of an impact on the vaccine development?
Well, it could have an impact on the vaccine supply. So, the government, Health and Human Services, is giving over $200 million to help revamp Merck's production facilities to get it up to speed. So with that type of influx of cash, I would think they'd be able to get up to speed and start producing fairly soon. Whether that translates into distribution and administration to the public, that's another question.
In terms of the vaccinators and the other processes in place, can the current system handle the large influx of vaccines that are expected? Are there enough people even to give out these doses?
So, I'm at this point, it's hard to say. That's not my area of expertise, but I know that Connecticut so far is doing a great job. We're, usually in the top 4 or 5 states as far as percentage of the population that's received their first shot. So I think, given what I've seen in the last, month or so, I think Connecticut is up for the task, and I'm sure they'll ramp up accordingly.
And lastly, everyone just wants to get back to that pre-pandemic life. What do you think this ultimately means in terms of that?
I think the more vaccines, especially this 1-dose vaccine, I think it's going to, allow us to approach a level of vaccination where people can be more comfortable going out in public places. I think it's always wise to wear a mask, social distance when you can, but I think you will start to see people, feeling better after they get the vaccine. After a couple weeks when your immune system is kicked in, I think you'll see people getting back to some semblance of normalcy.
Boy, won't that be nice. Good information there,
Yes.
Professor Jeffrey Mital. We really appreciate you being with us tonight. Thank you.